Hello my fellow gearheads. Today I'm here with something special. I finally have the BMW alternate dropship from the 42130 over here, and I'm at the top of the Lego house here in Billund, just filming it and doing some video shoot for this model. So here you have the BMW dropship from the 42130 in its full glory, and together with the secondary build, which is a functioning anti-air gun. The wait for this model is finally over, and the building instructions that were made again by Diego aka Mr. Techniques are finally ready. So hope you will have fun putting this one together. But first of all, I will take you through the features and functions of this model, and I'm going to show you how to quickly motorize this one again in case you want to add lights and as well have the rotor spinning by a motor. The anti-air gun can rotate on its base. You can raise and lower the whole thing, and you can as well notice that the chain is moving together with the movement of the gun. In case you want to activate the movement, there's a red lever over here that controls it, but you can as well tilt it just by pushing or pulling on the main gun sections, which I did from the shock absorbers from the BMW. You can open and close the cockpit section. There's a gunner's seat with the dashboard and a control stick, and the gun is as well fully functioning. You can see that I copied the mechanism from the harpoon gun that I did for the Mad Max Claw Car 2, and why invent something that is totally working and fully functioning, and I spent already several hours before that with it, and the mechanism is exactly the same. To load the gun you need to pull on this lever and then push on the harpoon, and then you just release the trigger on this side again. On the dropship you can change the position of the rotors by pushing or pulling on this lever, and you can as well mix their position by tilting one or the other one further to the rear or to the front, like so. The dropship as well incorporates a two-function gearbox that you switch just by moving this lever back and forth. The first function drives the rotor blades regardless of their position, as you can see, so it doesn't matter how you tilt them, it's gonna work at all times, and as well ate the most of the gear wheels that I had available in the set. And it as well moves the pistons in the 3-cylinder inline engine that is hiding underneath the cover. And here you can as well see the wave gear of the gearbox in action, switching between the two functions. The other functions operates the landing gear, and just by turning the same input you can raise and lower the landing gear of the dropship. Another function that helps the maneuverability of the dropship is the tail rotor that can spin from side to side and is activated simply just by rotating the red gear wheel that is hiding over here. By pulling and pushing on this lever you can lower and again raise the cargo door. And here you can see as well the only means of defense of the dropship, which is the hidden Gatling gun that can rotate the barrels. And the last feature of the dropship is that you can detach the front canopy as an escape pod. And here you can see the canopy module with the two seats and the control surfaces and the control levers. And you simply can rotate out these tiny winglets and fly with this as a separate module. I know it's very open from the back, but yeah, that's the maximum I could do. And right now I'm gonna quickly show you how to motorize the model, for which I use just the regular medium motor. The 4-module cross-axle with a stop comes still from the parts of the set. The only thing you need to add is this 8-tooth gear wheel. And then you need a battery box, a set of LEDs and remote control to be able to control this one in case you do not want to program an app for it. First of all, we're gonna detach the whole cover over here. The other thing that needs to go is the Gatling gun from here, but it's easy to detach like so. And the last thing is this red connector that will be replaced eventually by the 4-module axle with the 8-tooth gear wheel. First we need to put in the motor that goes over these 3 connectors. Since it has only 3 holes, it's easy to find its position. Then we're adding this axle with the 8-tooth gear wheel just next to the 40-tooth gear wheel that is gonna drive the rotors. Then you need to add the LEDs and connect them over here, and then they should go right underneath this structure and then connect next to the rotors as shown in the building instructions. Then you can add the cover back like so. And the last thing is gonna be the battery box that connects to these 2 ports and sits afterwards over these studs with the connector section facing forwards. You simply push the button on the battery box and at the same time push the green button on the controller, and that way they get synced up. And right now, by pressing one of the buttons, you're getting some lights over here in the wings on both of the sides, and you can rotate the rotors. It's fairly slow, but it's geared down as well, so it doesn't strain the function when you're using it for the landing gear. And as well with the landing gear, be very careful because there's no clutch protecting it except for the chain that just jumps over the teeth of the gear wheels. If you really want to speed up the rotation of the rotors, you can simply just swap these 2 gear wheels for the 224s from your own supply, because there are none left in the model, or you can just simply flip these ones and it will drive the rotors very, very quickly, but of course it's gonna strain the motor as well. So this is it. That's the BMW 42130 dropship with the anti-air gun. I hope that you're gonna have fun putting this one together, playing with it and eventually displaying it. I spent tremendous amount of hours on this one, and I'm especially happy with the design of the front section and the overall functionality of the dropship, because not very often you see a motorbike being rebuilt into a futuristic flying vehicle that as well has secondary build that can shoot. If you would like to purchase the building instructions, you can find the link down below in the video description, and I will as well pin it as the first comment over here. And yes, that's all. So don't forget to like, comment, and please hit the subscribe button down in the bottom right corner. That way you do not miss out on any of my future content. Until next time everybody, stay safe, take care, and bye bye.